So there's an implicit recognition that music like metal is cool, but they don't want to listen to it. And they don't want to promote it in any other way. See, if Kourtney Kardashian had gone on Instagram and said, "Oh, I really like my boyfriend's shirt, and I really like this band. You should listen to it. Here's a couple of songs like I Come Blood and Hammer Smashed Face, which are pretty much not exactly the kind of songs that you'd expect Kourtney Kardashian's Instagram followers to listen to." So this might come as a bit of a shock to some of you, but I'm actually a metalhead. It might not seem like that, since I look more like a geeky economist than a metalhead. I don't grow my hair long. I don't usually wear metal attire. Admittedly, metal is not the only genre that I listen to, but it is, as of the last couple of years, probably 95% of all the gigs that I've been to in the pre-pandemic era were metal. It's my favorite genre to go see live. In fact, today I am wearing a Gorgoroth t-shirt. And if you own a Gorgoroth t-shirt, trust me, you are a metalhead. If you know who Gorgoroth is, you are a metalhead. So today's video will not be about politics, but or rather it's going to be about the politics and economics of wearing metal apparel. Because as it turns out, a couple of weeks ago, there was some controversy over the fact that Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker were labeled posers by the former lead singer of Cannibal Corpse for wearing one of the band's t-shirts. Now, if you know who Cannibal Corpse is, they are very notorious for their album covers, and at least when Barnes, well, their lyrical content is like all death metal is, disturbing. It's not for everyone. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of gore. When Chris Barnes was the lead singer of Cannibal Corpse, their lyrics were also very disturbing. I'm not going to go into detail of some of those songs, but yeah. I like them, actually. I've seen them live. They're really fun to go see live. I tend to like almost all genres of metal. There's from the more melodic classics like Black Sabbath and Judas Priest to some black metal. Gorgoroth is Norwegian black metal. Cannibal Corpse is death metal. Yeah. So it's an acquired taste. That's all I'm going to say. Whether you like Cannibal Corpse or not. Even a lot of metalheads don't like Cannibal Corpse or some of the harder stuff, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, so most of their album covers, some of them have actually been censored in many countries because they depict some rather violent, gruesome, gory, intestinal artwork, which as also a horror fan, I quite like. So yeah, so it's not something you'd imagine Kourtney Kardashian wearing or any of the Kardashians wearing. So apparently this was not hers. It was her boyfriend, Travis Barker. Remember this guy? He was was he the drummer? I think he was the drummer of Blink 182. He's kind of a weirdo. I sort of like him. I don't know much about Blink 182, to be honest, but he seems kind of a fun-loving oddball. But anyway, now here's the thing. Every single thing that a Kardashian wears, even if they're like going out for milk, has been perfectly planned. There is no way on earth that this was not deliberate, that this wasn't just like, oh, I'm just going to grab whatever. No. Trust me, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And even though, again, this is not hers, it is a deliberate act of, trying to ride the coattails of being edgy and cool for a band that she's probably never heard of and that she never will hear of. So, yeah. So Chris Barnes, who is the, like I said, former lead singer of Cannibal Corpse, was not happy about this. He called them posers. And additionally, the Kardashians have a history of posing because apparently here, yeah, the family has also come under fire for their rocky fashion choices as Kylie and Kendall launched a range of modified tees featuring their own faces superimposed over images of Kiss, Metallica, Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd, and others, selling for £125. Uh, yeah, the sisters were criticized, with Violetta Wallen's mother of the late Notorious B.I.G., calling the shirts disrespectful, disgusting, and exploitation at its worst. Yeah, Sharon Osbourne, wife of Black Sabbath's Ozzy Osbourne, tweeted her disappointment, writing, "Girls, you haven't earned the right to put your face with musical icons. Stick to what you know, lip gloss." Now, there is another side to this story, and some people in the metal community has come out and defended them. So, Dino Cazares of what's the band? I don't even know. Oh, Fear Factory. I honestly haven't heard of them. Defended the TV star, saying that this is great exposure. He has it all wrong. Why wouldn't you want exposure for your music, even though he's not in the band anymore? I wish he was wearing one of my tees. Great exposure. Now, here's the thing. There is a case to be made that metal can be a bit elitist in a sense of sort of, you know, it's an inner circle. You're a metalhead or you're not a metalhead, and there is a sense of that elitism, especially to people who aren't in the metal community. But having saying this as a relatively newish metal convert, because when I was a kid, I wasn't really into metal. This is more of an adult thing. I found the metal community to be incredibly welcoming. I think in any metal, one of the things that I like about going to see metal live is that you can strike a conversation with practically anyone there. And almost everyone that I've met there has been like incredibly friendly. You know, you discuss what bands you like, just what gigs you're going to, all these things. You know, you hook up to meet at future gigs if it just so happens that you've that you're both going to see them. It's really a communal spirit that you don't have in any other genre. So it might seem elitist to someone from the outside, but from the inside, it's also a recognition that, hey, you know, metal is a genre that has been very heavily criticized by people who are ignorant about it. You know, they have, you know, people like Judas Priest have gone on trial in the U.S. for accusations of Satanism, which were obviously ridiculous. You know, it was during the 80s and 90s, you know, the stereotypical metalhead was, you know, the bad boy in the movie. You know, in any teen movie, the bad kids were the metalheads. And to some extent, that kind of helped its coolness at the time. That is the reason why metal was huge in the 80s and 90s. The cool kids nowadays don't listen to metal. They listen to fucking Ed Sheeran and Billie Eilish for some inexplicable reason. I don't know why we've gotten to this point of humanity when such shit music is like what the cool kids listen to. But there's still a recognition that metal, or at least the aesthetics of metal, is cool, which is why she is wearing that well, it's not a t-shirt, it's a sweater. That is why she's wearing that, because she recognizes that there is something edgy and cool about wearing a Cannibal Corpse shirt or sweater or whatever you want to call it. And that is what really annoys me. So I definitely side with Chris Barnes, and I don't care if this sounds like, you know, metalheads are being elite. If you're not metalhead, you shouldn't wear a metal shirt. Yeah, you shouldn't, because a metal shirt or a shirt of any other artist, you wear it because it says something about you. It says something about your taste. It says something about your personality. It's the same as wearing a sports kit. You know, you wear the kit of the team that you like, and it says something about you. Whereas wearing any other branded, you know, wearing freaking Calvin Klein says nothing about you. Okay? Nothing at all. Wearing Levi's also doesn't say anything about you. I'm sorry. That's the fact. But these kind of shirts do. So you should not be wearing something that doesn't say anything about you, that you're riding the coattails of something that you think is cool, but that you don't give a shit about their music. And like I said, it's not limited to metal. It's I would apply this to any other genre of people who buy shirts that are cool. For example, the famous Nirvana T-shirt that has like that doped out smiley face. That, you know, that's quite iconic. If you don't listen to fucking Nirvana or grunge, don't wear that shirt. Okay. Uh, Same with the Ramones T-shirt. That's also very popular. You know, with the one their logo, which is like the presidential seal. If you don't like fucking punk, if you don't listen to the Ramones, don't wear that shirt. Just don't do it, because all these other fuckers. You know, recently we had this Global Citizen Initiative live thing, which was like a piss poor attempt at another live aid or live aid. And look who the fucking headliners are: Ed Sheeran, Billie Eilish, Camila Cabello. Where's the like? Who wears a fucking Ed Sheeran t-shirt thinking they're cool? Who does this? No one. No one does this. So there's an implicit recognition that music like metal is cool, but they don't want to listen to it. And they don't want to promote it in any other way. See, if Kourtney Kardashian had gone on Instagram and said, "Oh, I really like my boyfriend's shirt, and I really like this band. You should listen to it. Here's a couple of songs like I Come Blood and Hammer Smashed Face," which are pretty much not exactly the kind of songs that you'd expect Kourtney Kardashian's Instagram followers to listen to. I repeat what I said about Cannibal Corpse. It's an acquired taste, okay? So just don't do it, okay? Don't do it. And to everyone else, all I can say is metal is awesome. You should listen to it. Start with the classics, which are, you know, less hard than the later stuff, more melodic, more operatic. You know, listen to Judas Priest, listen to Iron Maiden. Then once you like those, then graduate to thrash metal and start listening to like vintage Metallica and Megadeth. And if you still want to, you know, crank it to 11, you know, then start listening to a bit of Cannibal Corpse. See if, you know, death metal is a thing for you. You know, Morbid Angel. I don't know. Listen to some black metal, especially on Halloween. You know, put a freaking goat's head and pray to Satan while you listen to Gorgoroth or Mayhem or, you know, Emperor. There's so much material that you can listen to, and there is something for everyone. I don't know many metalhead friends of mine who like all genre. No, you don't have to. Just find something that you like. But I bet you most people, if you like music with guitars, if you like rock in any way, there will be some genre of metal for you. But I think that by saying this, I am promoting it better than she is, just by wearing that sweater, because that does nothing, and it doesn't contribute to any sort of revival for metal or hard rock or anything. I've been pretty depressed about this, to be honest, because I just don't listen to new music anymore. And you know, there was this was like quite heartbreaking a couple of years ago when I started reading that electric guitar sales had plummeted. Just that is not. I don't know why this sort of is not cool anymore, or it's sort of cool to ride the coattails of it, but it's not cool to listen to it anymore, and that's kind of sad, because music like this has way more value to humanity than music like this. I'm sorry to say it, and if you don't believe me, again, you wear your Ed Sheeran t-shirt when you go out, and I'll wear my Gorgoroth t-shirt. And guess who will be cooler? That's all I'm going to say on this. So, on that note, if you like this video, please like, please share, please subscribe. And yeah, please listen to metal. In fact, I'm going to put some of my favorite metal songs from all the subgenres that I listen to in the description. So if you're not a metal fan, maybe this video will do more than Kourtney Kardashian wearing a Cannibal Corpse sweater. So Thank you, and have a good Monday.